Assalamu alaikum. Sometimes the greatest heroes are not the loudest, they're the ones who stand quiet, with loyalty, wisdom, and truth, even when everyone else walks away. This is not the story of a man who parted the sea, or who struck a stone and made it gush water. This is the story of the man who stood beside him, the man who faced a rebellious nation and didn't break. The prophet who proved that strength doesn't always shout. Sometimes it speaks with mercy. This is the story of Prophet Hārūn, the brother who stood strong. Welcome back to that Israel. Long before Firʿawn fell, long before the sea split, there was a dua whispered on top of a mountain. When Allah SWT appointed Musa as prophet, Musa didn't ask for riches or an army. He asked for one thing. My Lord, open my chest, make my task easy, and appoint for me a helper from my family, my brother Harun. But why, he asked? Because Musa felt that Harun speaks more clearly than him, and he wanted support. And Allah SWT accepted. He didn't just send Harun as a helper, he made him a prophet. Harun was soft-spoken, where Musa challenged power. Harun comforted the people, but they were one team, hand in hand, sent to face the greatest tyrant on earth, Firʿawn. Together they walked into the golden palace. Together they said, "We are messengers from the Lord of the world. Let the children of Israel go." And together they stood firm when Firʿawn mocked them. Years later, after the miracles and the escape from Egypt, Musa was called to Mount Tur to receive the tablets from Allah SWT. Before leaving, he placed Harun in charge of the people. But while Musa was away, the storm came. The people grew restless, and a man named Samiri led them into a trap, the worship of a golden calf. Harun tried everything. He warned them, "You are being tested." He told them, "Your only Lord is Allah SWT. Follow me and obey." But they shouted him down. Some even threatened to kill him. So Harun made a painful decision. He did not use force. He waited, trying to keep them from splitting even further. He stood patient, hurt, and hoping his brother would return in time. When Prophet Musa came down the mountain and saw the calf, he was filled with sorrow. He turned to Harun, his own brother, and grabbed him by the beard and head. "Why didn't you stop them?" But Harun didn't argue. He pleaded, "O son of my mother, don't grab me like this. I feared if I fought them, you would say you divided the children of Israel." It wasn't weakness, it was wisdom. Sometimes leadership means holding back your anger. Keep hearts together. Harun didn't fail. He stood firm when everyone else fell. Harun was not a warrior. He didn't split seas, but his strength was in his character, his calmness, his words, his heart. He was a voice of unity. He loved his people even when they betrayed him. He loved his brother even when he misunderstood. And above all, he loved Allah SWT. During the 40 years of wandering in the desert, Harun continued to guide, pray, and lead alongside Musa. But one day, his time came. According to authentic narrations, Harun passed away before Musa. People wept. Even Musa, the strong prophet of resolve, cried over his brother's grave. They had walked this path together for years, and now one would go on alone. Not every prophet leads with miracles. Some lead with mercy, some lead with words, some lead by standing beside another, never stepping into the spotlight. Harun alayhi salam was that kind of leader. He was a brother in blood and faith, a partner in dawah, a protector of the people, a prophet loved by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And though he spoke softly, his strength still echoes. This was the story of Prophet Hārūn alayhi salam, the brother who stood strong, and the leader whose calm heart carried the weight of a nation. Only on Dana's road, where the prophets live and their stories live on. Until next time on Dana's road, salam.